Guten Tag, buongiorno, buenos dias, привет, bonjour, and good afternoon to parents, families, teachers, and fellow graduates. Before I begin my valedictorian address, I'd like to acknowledge a recent tragedy our school faced. One of our fellow classmates and graduates has passed away. Ronan Buttigieg was a person who was not afraid to be herself. She was genuine, kind, and offered love and support to those who needed it. Ronan was truly a model excellence, and she will be missed. May she rest in peace. Let me just say it is an honor to be up here representing the SPX grads of 2015. And don't worry, there will be no selfie taking on my part during this speech. The selfie fiasco of 2014 is far behind. I would like to thank our teachers, families, friends, and God for helping us make it through the last 4 years. It seemed to go by in a flash. Happy memories, late nights, and tons of tests. At times it was overwhelming. We faced hard times, but we made it, and we stuck together. Oh, how we've changed with the years. For example, if you told me in grade 9 that long-haired, video game addict Paul Dubois would be going into the field of neuroscience, I would have called you a madman. It goes to show we have all come such a long way since those first days at St. Pius. We were awkward, shorter, had braces, and Justin Bieber haircuts. Not Kobe. But with time, we changed. Change is a scary word that I myself become nervous upon hearing. But change is not always a bad thing. For example, changing out of some stinky gym clothes after a hard intramural match against Plantini of Lentini is a good thing. An engineer by the name of Charles F. Kettering once said, "The world hates change. It is the only thing that has brought progress." We have met many people at Pius, acquaintances, best friends, and even first loves. Memories of happiness, pain, laughter, and stress, all mixed into one bundle. These 4 years will forever be imprinted into our memories and shape the way we live our lives. We have changed with every school year. Grade 10 was one long year of improvisation, trying to be cool and visiting geos, where we got to meet Mush for the first time. "Hey Shakira, what kind of pizza you want?" If you were lucky enough to be in Mr. Lee's class, you got to hear him say, "Ale, hace sempre," about 20 times a class. Despite being the minor niners, we managed to get by. Grade 10 was less stressful, and we were officially no longer at the bottom of the food chain. We could take an elective that wasn't ours. I enjoyed my elective of business with Mr. Renault, who was ironically also the woodshop teacher. And he helped me discover my love for The Apprentice and Donald Trump's fake hair. After finishing grade 10, we had to choose classes that could alter our futures forever. Grade 11 was a great year, but it was filled with more stress and less free time than ever before. Grade 11 was also the first time we experienced the wonders of nomenclature. And finding value of x in a quadratic equation, which I'm sure will prove its usefulness in everyday life soon. That's at least what they tell me. With this greater workload came more maturity, and we were finally old enough to get our G2s, which made it all worth it. Sure, some of us still can't drive for our lives, but we passed the standard 20-question test, so let's gotta at least count something, right? At the end of grade 11, the grad group was made on Facebook, and we could finally unite and share our ideas about what we wanted our grad shirts to look like. We all behaved so maturely. Smiling slogan. Sorry, I couldn't say that with a straight face. After lots of votes and drama, making H15 Tory is the best thing we could come up with. Last but not least, we come to grade 12. We're officially the royalty of the school. We had our own grad table, where only we were allowed to sit. I'm really grateful for this, for I was able to listen to such intelligent discussion consisting of Gainsborough, Tweak, and Ento. Friendships were strengthened in the last year. Legendary bonds were forged, like the ones at Leadership Camp, the El Salvador Experience, and other lesser-known bonds, like the brotherhood between Mr. Dragon's physics crew. Just a few weeks ago, we had our prom. What an awesome day that was. We traded our American Eagle, Obey, and Canada Goose apparel for suits, tuxedos, and prom dresses. Dressing up and taking our beautiful dates to the Chateau Laurier and enjoying an experience that staff worked so hard to make for us. Oh, and shout out to prom king and queen Spencer and Piso. One constant throughout our years has been our school spirit. Our school teams and clubs served as outlets for all the stress and allowed us to connect with our friends. For the past 4 years, St. Pius has been one of the best schools in Ottawa for athletics. We achieved our school's first baseball championship victory in over 50 years, truly making H15 touring. Pius Puck made it to the city finals, and Pius' notorious football team won the city championships in 2014. The boys' soccer team went to OFSA, while the girls' soccer team went undefeated during the season. I have no doubt the contributions of the 97 aided greatly in our victories. Keeping in the Catholic spirit to establish all things in Christ, our work to help out the communities both near and far was a recurring theme through these years. The canned food drive was a great success, bringing in just under 10,000 cans and a bunch of single water bottles. You know who you are. The annual Terry Fox Run has raised thousands of dollars for cancer research over the past 13 years. This year alone, we raised over $14,000. That's a lot of research, guys. The El Salvador experience was an 8-day trip where grads visited and witnessed the struggles of those living in a third world country. When the grads came back from their trip, they ran fundraisers to help fund the university education of youth from El Salvador. Our grade has truly shown initiative in helping those around us. We should be thankful to God that we have enough to share with the world. Together, not only have we changed as a grade, but we have changed the lives of the communities as well. School is packed full of great memories, but what would school be without the teachers? We have all learned so much thanks to them. Some lessons are academic, others life-changing. In particular, the name Ivana Etro strikes a chord with many of us. She'd often warn us of the dangers of blindly following orders and to question the reasons for our actions. Madre Santa, don't be like the sheeps. Although Mrs. Etcher was the English teacher to many of us, she also doubled as a life coach. Her catchphrase was, "Fake it till you make it, baby." Which I can honestly say I live by to this day. In addition to being one of the smartest and most dedicated people I've ever met, Mrs. Jennings has got to be one of the most intimidating teachers in school. Heaven forbid you ever be caught on your phone in class, or worse, come late. She taught biology with an iron fist. However, she was essentially an encyclopedia of knowledge, answering all of our questions, no matter how random. We learned so much thanks to her. She believed there was no such thing as a stupid question. Some teachers, however, did believe there was Ms. Richardson. A typical day in class went as follows. Miss, I don't know the difference between cis and trans isomers. Will it be on the exam? No, Victor, that is really such a stupid question. If you have an issue with the isomers, talk to me after the lesson. You cannot get the credit without knowing the nomenclature. For those of you who are blessed to have as their chemistry teacher, you know her as the jewel in the crown that is St. Pius X High School. At the end of the day, she really just wanted us to work hard. I know that behind every one of our classic Richardson sides was a, I know you guys know this. One person who inspires us to change is our chaplain Richie. He was our rock, always so positive and supportive. No matter what the issue, we could see him in the chapel and meditate with him, or perhaps hit the gym together and get some mad gains while talking about our feelings. I'm sorry, my impression of him is too rusty for this speech. Some teachers are leaving with their grads. Mr. Doherty, department head of phys ed, has betrayed us and moved to another school. It's okay, sir, we forgive you. Your pep talks before rugby games, always fired up the boys, and we can't thank you enough for that. Miss Gauthier will also be transferring to another school. Thank you for keeping us all in line these past 4 years. Mr. Burrows, our design teacher, has retired this year. As the students of design know, he was open ears at all times. Some even compared him to a guidance counselor. He inspired and allowed the students' minds to flourish. The design students idolized him and addressed him by the name King Burrows. After spending countless hours in classes, we tend to pick up on the teacher's mannerisms. C'est quoi ces enfants-là? Stop the talking. Yee, no worries. I would gladly stand here all day doing impressions, but they put me on a time limit. In all seriousness, we love all the teachers. As they say, imitation is the greatest form of flattery. Teachers are important, but what is school without friends? Luckily, we did not travel these 4 years alone. We've all had our ups and downs, but at the end of the day, seeing our friends made it all the better. No two friends are alike. Each was unique in their own way. For example, we all had that one friend who would ask a lot of questions in class. Sir, I have a question. We had friends that would make fools of themselves, perhaps wrestling in the middle of the caf table. Or that one friend who always seemed to be eating something, like a yogurt, banana, apple, or a buffet of gourmet cheese and crackers. Clubs and sports allowed us to relax with our friends in the school setting. Together, we were able to beat the teachers and intramurals. We spent time with our friends in school, but that's not the only place we saw them. House parties, semi-formal, and even cruising the streets with the boys was a big part of high school. Sure, we may have changed friends along the way, but we have also forged friendships to last lifetimes. School clubs, sports, the cafeteria, and the classroom allowed us to meet new people and better ourselves as humans. Here's to the unforgettable times and awesome memories we shared with our friends. As Mr. Franco says, it all comes full circle. I would like to wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors. We are here today at a crossroad. Life-changing decisions will have to be made. You are not alone. We are all just as lost, improvising as we go along. You're all great people with so much potential. Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. If you have a dream, work for it, and you will get it. Have faith in God, and do not fear failure or change. If you change nothing else, please, for the sake of all of us, change your underwear. Thank you all for listening, and I'll see you around. Oh, and one last thing. I'd like to end off with a question you all know the answer to. X what? X what? X what?